maintain your eyes. We're talking about how to maintain your eyes. The eye is a very delicate part of the body, and it's it's very easy for people to go blind. Now, people go blind for things that can be avoided. People lose their sight for things that can be avoided. You can, and the ways to take care of this your eyes is actually very simple. It doesn't most times it doesn't cost much. So I'm going to state some ways, some diseases, some common diseases our eyes are exposed to. Now we have what we call refractive errors. These are situations, general situations that affect the way we see. Refractive errors can be treated and managed using glasses or contact lenses. So you have refractive errors that's just like short-sightedness, myopia, long-sightedness, hyperopia. We also have what we call astigmatism. Astigmatism is a situation you can be either short-sighted, long-sighted, and still have what we call astigmatism. Astigmatism is a situation where the light rays going into the eyes are still scattered. And what are the symptoms or that patients experience to say, oh, I'm astigmatic? You have issues with light. When you are under the sun, you're in front of your screen, or in a place where there's bright illumination, it affects you so much. The light disturbs you, it makes you not to see very clear. Now you have what we call presbyopia. This is recession in near vision. Presbyopia comes with age. You also use glasses to assist. You see, presbyopia happens to people from 37 years and above. So in our eyes, the black, these glasses people wear, there's a natural one in the eyes called the lens. So you can see the black parts of our eyes. If you look through it, there's a tiny hole. That's called the pupil. Immediately after that tiny hole, we have the lens. The lens is just like a transparent substance. It's just like this shape. It has this shape. So for us to see things at far, the lens makes some adjustments. For us to see things at different distances, the eye makes some adjustments. That's why they say the eye is just like a camera. It zooms in and zooms out for us to see at different distances. Now, as we grow, it's no longer flexible as it used to be to adjust for especially things close to us. That's why most of our parents will discover, oh, my father wasn't using glasses before, and now he needs glasses to see. Most times, oh, to read tiny prints, I can no longer see them now. I have to push it away from me to see very clear. That condition is called presbyopia. It starts from 37 years and above. Now, most people that are short-sighted, that means they can't see things at far. They might not experience this presbyopia on time. It might take later in life. Now, some people say, oh, my grandmother in the village, my old parents, they don't use glasses, yet they see. They have to be tested. I always tell my patients that when I tell them you need glasses, and they say, no, my grandfather in the village is not using glasses, yet he or she can see. I tell them I've not tested the patient. And as we grow old, our eyes becomes more short-sighted. So now your grandparents, when you want to talk to them, you don't stand afar, you come close so they can see you at that close range, or they can hear your voice. When any sense, a particular sense goes down, other senses becomes very active, so they can perceive, they can sense your presence as well. So that's not tested them to go. People that have done cataract surgeries and come to cataracts, they can see things that are close by because they become more myopic, so they can see tiny things. So that's for presbyopia. And how can you treat refractive errors? Through the use of your lens prescriptions, that's glasses, and through contact lenses. Now, I'll also talk about other pathologies. Now, each part of the eyes has pathologies that occur. Most pathologies come seasonal. Some of them are due to an underlying disease. Let's assume someone is diabetic or hypertensive. They affect the eyes. Even though you have whatever disease, you have malaria, you have cold, common cold, it has this way of showing in the eyes. So anytime you're hypertensive, especially hypertensive or diabetic, your patients will have their eyes checked regularly, because once vision is gone due to that, it's very difficult. So something else I would like to talk about now. Many people might say, "Oh, when I get my glasses, how long should I check?" When you get your glasses, you have to go for review between 18 months to 2 years. Within this period, changes occur. The age you were when you got the glasses is not the same, and right now you are and right now the your age is not the same, and also changes occur as we go in age, so you have to go for review. And also, people say, "Oh, glasses they cure." Glasses are like aids. They aid you to see better, they help your eyes to see better, just like ladies, we put on heels to make us look taller. That does not mean we won't maintain our height. That does not mean we won't maintain our height, and our status quo changes. So when you use your glasses, how they help you is that they make you see better. They remove the stress from the eyes, and they help you see better. Now let's talk about other pathologies. We are done with glasses. Yeah, and I also want to. So what glasses do? They help the eyes. Instead of the problem increasing, it might not increase at all, or it might just increase by a certain degree, not as high as it used to be. Now, something else I'll talk about. Let's talk about diseases. There are different diseases that affect the eyes. I want to talk about the major ones that cause irreversible blindness, the ones that cause blindness that have no cure. The number one on the chart is what we call glaucoma. Glaucoma is one of the major causes of blindness in Africa today, and it has no cure yet. There's no remedy, and it's hereditary. So, what is glaucoma? Glaucoma is a group of diseases that take away vision. And some of the signs you see: increase in eye pressure, you have changes at the back of the eyes, and you have death of the optic nerves. So, pressure. How do you check your eye pressure? It's good for you to go to your clinic regularly to have your eyes checked, to check the pressure of your eyes. It's very essential to go to the clinic regularly to have the pressure of your eyes checked. So imagine the eyes like a ball or your balloon. Imagine your eyes like a ball, and you inflate that ball. Now inside that ball there's a fluid that circulates round. It has a channel which it passes through. So if that channel becomes very narrow, the pressure can build up. If the channel becomes so wide, pressure also will build up. So it's essential for us to check our eyes. At least any young adult from 20 years and above, you should have your eyes checked. And if there's any of you, your parents or someone related to you has glaucoma, has been diagnosed of glaucoma, it's essential that everyone should check regularly, everyone in the family, because it's hereditary and it has no cure. Now, people say, "Oh, they do surgeries for glaucoma." Every mode of treatment right now for glaucoma is to reduce the pressure in the eyes. Now, at the back of the eyes, if you have an image of your eyeball, inner part, there's a part where all the nerves converge and go to the brain. So that is called the optic nerve. So what glaucoma does when pressure in the eyes builds up is just like inflating a balloon. As you're inflating it, if you look at the bottom of the balloon, it starts stretching and becomes whitish. That's how your eyes appears. So when the pressure is building, it's stretching the eyes, and the blood vessels, we have over 2 million of them. They keep stretching. As they stretch, they get thinner. As they're getting thinner, blood supply is low, and the cells gradually starts dying off. It gradually starts dying off. So that's glaucoma. Then we have another one where we call cataract. So remember the lens we talked about when you got to glasses. The lens is found immediately after your pupil. In fact, once you look through the pupil, you can see the lens. Cataract is the thickening of the lens, and it comes with age as well. Thickening of the lens. Some people, when you have very matured cataract, when you flash light into the person's eyes, you can see it. So cataract occurs due to age, the elderly, and also if there's a trauma, something hit your eyes, maybe few years ago, maybe 2 to 3 years ago, and it was not properly treated, it can cause cataract. Cataract can also be induced if someone is diabetic. Increase in sugar levels can predispose one to having cataract. So it's essential to have your sugar levels tested. Gone are the days when we thought that it's only the elderly that can be diabetic. New knowledge, new technology, new search studies has discovered that even children can be diabetic. That means even children can have cataract, even children can have glaucoma. So it's good to have your child checked from the 3 weeks after or a month after birth, to have the eyes checked to ensure the eyes of the child is steady. Now, most people say, is it right for children to wear glasses? I will ask, is it right for children to see? You say it's right for children to see. Yes, your child has right to vision, so it's not wrong for children to wear glasses. Now, there's a common one that happens in Africa: dry eyes. When the weather is dry and dusty or sunny, you discover that your eyes is reddish, itchy, discharge can come into the eyes and the rest of it. So you have what we call conjunctivitis. Conjunctivitis is simply the inflammation of the conjunctiva. The conjunctiva is a structure, the transparent structure that covers the white part of your eyes. If you look at your eyes, there's this transparent structure there. It has tiny blood vessels. It's called the conjunctiva. When it is inflamed, that is swollen, and more blood passes through it, it becomes reddish. It's called conjunctivitis. What can cause it? It can be caused by bacteria, can be caused by viruses, can be caused by when dirt gets into the eyes. How can you take care of it? Maintaining a good facial and environmental hygiene. And also, whenever your eyes is itchy, you shouldn't rub your eyes. You should use instead a cloth, dip it in cool water, and just place it on your eyes for 15 seconds. Then you go to your optometrist. Can you wear other eye issues? You can see sometimes, if you look at the white part of your eyes, you see something like a growth. Something like a growth. The growth is called pterygium or pinguicula. It's due to exposure to dry climate. So it's advised when you go under the sun, you protect your eyes with your sunshades. There are other protective lenses, just like photochromic lenses, Fresnel lenses. You meet your optometrist or your ophthalmologist for more information on that. Then also, when your eyes, when foreign body, maybe dust, sand, objects gets into your eyes, don't rub. Don't you ever rub your eyes, even when your eyes are itchy. Instead, you flush with clean water. Let's say it entered these eyes, you tilt your head this way and you flush with clean flowing water. Now, can you get glasses and contact lenses? Which one is better? Both of them, especially for those that are highly short-sighted, I always recommend contact lenses. But you can't, well, if you have contact lenses, you will have your glasses. You can't do without your glasses if you have contact lenses. So if you're getting contact lenses, you should also get your glasses, because contact lenses, because of how fragile and small they are, you can lose one. So you should always have your backup plan, which is your glasses. Now, if you know your job, or you can't maintain a good hygiene, I advise you stay away from contact lenses, because contact lenses use requires high level of hygiene. Your nails should be trimmed and you have to maintain a good hygiene so your eyes doesn't get infected. So using contact lenses is not wrong, but maintaining good hygiene and going for proper, your professional, meet a professional, your optometrist, to teach you how to use it. Don't just go and get it from the market and use. No, have to meet your optometrist, because there are certain parameters that needs to be taken for your eyes to be checked. Then, what can you eat to be healthy? Generally, reduction in carbohydrates. You have to eat a balanced meal. Take in more water. Reduce intake of too much carbohydrate. Vegetables, carrots, anything that contains green vegetables are good. They are a good source of antioxidants. They are good source of antioxidants. So please take this medication